solution architect in Emirates, and now I'm in a break, like maternity break was almost 1.7, like 1 year, 7 months. So I really want to join the workforce again. So for that, I'm preparing for the interviews and mock interviews and stuffs. Because when I was working in Emirates, I don't really did that. It's been like almost 6 years. So now start preparing for the interview. So I come through a nice articles about the STAR techniques and how to implement it. So I really want to use this 15 minutes should be worth some of the people. So that's why I took this topic. So let me share my screen as soon as possible. I think everyone can see my screen now.
Yep, we can see it.
So thank you. So as you can see, let's explore how the STAR techniques we can implement effectively during the interview process. How can we structure how can we structure our answers so that it will be easy for the interviewers to understand, and they should know that we are valuable like that. So the full form of the STAR is situation, task, action, and result. So we'll break all these components one by one and learn about how we can effectively implement. How can we write the effective answers for it? So situation. So this is where we stage our stories, like the context which we need to create. This is very important uh, to the interviewer, so they can see like how our story starting. Like for there is a three key points. Number one is where you were working and your role. This is just a specific details which we need to provide the initial itself. Like for example, I'm a solution architect working in a XYZ company. Because this is how we stage it. Number two is a event happened. This is where we have to mention the timeline. For example, I have the samples also. So it's in the last slide. I can show you like how it should be come all together. So this is where we can say the timeline. For example, it happened the last year or during the busy period. For example, so I was working in a Emirates. So the during holiday period, our server will be start crashing. So this timeline is very important, saying the timelines. And last but not least, importance of data and metrics. We should quantify wherever it is possible. Like 50% server has been crashed, or you know and then we want to increase the productivity or the customization or automation. So we need to tell the data and metrics so that it should be authenticity, the message which we are passing. So we'll move on to the next slide, which is the task. um, so this is where we need to explain what we want to actually accomplish it. So first one would be as I said, as I said in the previous, right, like the servers is down, and we need to make it up, and all the servers should be on in online so that customers start booking it. So this might be my accomplishment, and the goals and objectives. And then what are the task was whether the task is urgent or importance. Because when we miss this urgent and importance of the task, then the story which we are going to talk about, the action and result, will not provide the impactful to the interviewers. So what whether it is very urgent or it's a critical project, these kind of words we need to use, like it's really critical project, or the timeline is very tight. This will create the urgency, and people who are hearing the story, they will start uh, you know um, they will understand, they really want to know what happened next, like that. So stage has been set, and the what task is also been defined, and next we will move to the what would be the action items. So specific details plays an important role here, because in the action only we are going to say what are the tools we have used, because this action is a pivotal one, so that interviewer can ask the follow-up questions. Details the specific steps you took, like for example the first one, we have to use the I keyword here, so that it will highlight the personal role which you have played. For example, um, when we said as a team, like we did this, or my team, we did as a team to achieve this, that wouldn't be a proper way to answer, because interviewer is not going to recruit the entire team, they are going to recruit us. So sorry, me. So we have to use the I word instead of we, and explain what you're thinking or how you made. The number two is like explain your thinking and how you made decisions. This thought process also interview has to do, like for example, I there are so many solutions, I implemented this. In that way they will know the priority, how we prioritize the uh, solutions, so they will understand those stuffs also. And showcase your skills and qualities, like what tools you have used, and what how quality was that, because as I said, this will this will provide the follow up questions. They can understand, they can ask you the follow up questions, otherwise they didn't, as a technical things they can't ask you further. Then we move to the result. In the result outcome of your action here, this is where we are going to explain about the quantifying things, like how much percentage has been improved, and the numbers needs to be very specific, so that um, interviewer will get the authenticity of how we are explaining. They will feel the answers are authentic, like that. Explain the positive impact on your team or company, like how it happened, or how it end up. For example, after this customers has been very satisfied, and our booking has been like started to get more bookings, and the percentage of the profit has been improved. So these kind of quantifying actions we need to explain, as well as what we have learned. Like there is a saying, when we make a mistake, admit it, learn from it, and don't repeat it. So the learning comes an important role here. So this is how we will do it, and then we learn it when we find something wrong, and then if we understand it, and then we started to learn it. So this is about star methodologies, techniques. We can, all these 3 points has to be in your answer to complete the story. Next will be like I have provided the sample questions, like this is the real answer, means I have composed it, and I kept, because whenever I found the questions I will take it, and this will when we keep on practicing it, it will be easy to flow in the flow, then it will be easy for us to communicate with the interviewer. The question is, share an experience where you successfully led a cross functional team or had to work with multiple stakeholders or teams to solve the problem. What challenges did you face, and how did you ensure this success? So this is my situation. I was working as an architect at Emirates during the peak summer season, a mission critical application running across 2 data centers. This is a real story. It's I composed it, and you can take this as a sample when you're making the story with star methodology. Experience in server crisis, and then servers in a specific region were crashing, leading to numerous customer booking failures. The support team was overwhelmed with calls, and our VP and stakeholders were extremely concerned. The situation was urgent and highly stressful. My task is I have to take the immediate and quick find the root causes of the server crashes and implement a solution to restore the services actions. So this is where I have added what are the tools I have implemented, like rate limiting, IP blocking. These are the steps which I did it, so that interviewer can ask me the follow-up questions like how did you, for example, I'm saying how did you did the rate limiting in your networking or IP blocking or communication. How do I communicate with my stakeholders? This is so if we provide with these kind of tools, it will be more useful for the interviewer to ask the follow-up questions. And the result, as I said, I like for this I can't show the quantifying, but still I can provide more details. But this is something which is sample I was creating it. By implementing immediate mitigation strategies, I successfully restored the critical application. Sorry, happened. Okay, somehow it been changed. Sorry for that. Um, sorry. I successfully restored the critical application within 2 hours, minimizing further revenue loss and customer disruption. The implementation of DDoS protection tools. This is which I'm going to do it in the future, and enhanced alert mechanism significantly strengthen the application security posture, preventing future attacks. So if we give these kind of answers, then they can imagine what we are going through, so it will be easy for us as well and for them to, when we planned and prepare it beforehand, it will be very useful in the interview times. So this is a comparison, how the weak answers would be and how the strong answers would be. um, So I was working as a cloud solution architect, and we have to move our mission critical workloads to the cloud. And this situation lacks the specific details and fails to set the stage effectively. It doesn't give the into any meaningful context. So this is my strong context where I include the metrics, I include the data, and I include the timeline as well. So that's why this is a better solution. Specific exact details and company provides a clear time frame, offer relevant details, and include additional context that highlight the importance of the situation. So this is a comparison, and that's conclude my presentation. So any questions is there? I'm ready to answer. If you are posting in the teams also, it's fine, and I can attach the data, like for, sorry, do I need to stop the sharing? Is that fine? I hope. Yeah.
I think you
Okay.
can stop sharing.
Sharing. I can
Yep.
attach the sample questions as well if you want. I will put it in the chat here itself. So that's it.
Thank you so much, Anita. That was very insightful and quite a refresher for me as well. Um, any questions, anyone, or anything you'd like to add to the STAR technique? I'll go ahead and stop recording so we have the presentation part, and then I'll just open